Hello there. Welcome to episode 31 of Koganaros, the Fortress by the Sea. Today, finally, the Queen's quarters are closer to being finished. We're just short of a few gold bars. The magma furnace, or the magma refilling pit, is making nice progress. And while we're talking about nice progress, we are almost at the horizon for the bridge. Very, very big pieces of progress have been made. I hope that in today's episode I'll be finally able to close the gap here and get started with the real deal, the whole bottom level thing. I want to get started with the working platform, so to say, and let's see what my water experiment has turned up. So, inactive. Does it need to be further outside to have any effect? Because that's probably... We'll see about that. There's a bit of experimentation necessary, and I still don't know whether I will use the dwarven technology of water generators or the regular water wheels for this one. I don't know yet. Or wait a sec, we're going to use this place there. This definitely hangs into the ocean. That should be totally what we're looking for. But as far as my understanding of these things goes, this should have been already usable. Hey, what happened? Alright, let's pause that. There's a swarm of notifications upon me. Let's not derp on anything important here. Okay, so export bans. Actually quite relieved about these. And the statues are finally done. Brilliant. So these statues are for the Grand Hall of Crafts Dwarves, which I already souped up a bit. We're going to make it simple. I don't care if the statues here are fully decorated or not. We're going to try and pick a few more beautiful ones. But I'm absolutely aware of the fact that I'm overdoing it here. But it's not about just getting the job done. It's about making the place shine. Speaking about which... How far is the work here? Well, slowly getting the job done, I'd say. Also, the armor stands and all the things, they're very, very slowly being produced here. Gold became a scarcity, mostly because of the lack of smelting opportunity. I messed up this pit here, and now I pay the price. So, how far are we? That's 5, that's 5... That's 5. 3 of them are missing still. The thing is just I can't flip the switch right like that and pour the magma in, because there is a risk that somebody is just right there on the way there, and the moment the switch flips, there might be somebody inside that chamber trying to drop his magma, his minecart, and that would be a horrible accident. So we need to act responsibly, Dwarven lives are at the tip of my at my fingers. So I have decided also that today is a time for going for some gemstone digging, and I want to consider some options that I got in the long run. Like, how could I make this place shinier? I have considered decorating things with green glass, but, well, somehow I'm bothered by the thought, somehow, because it sounds cheap. If anything, I should use clear glass, because that stuff is at least hard to acquire. Somewhat. But the other option you got is you make gemstones out of boulders. can also make that and decorate things with these. No problem. Okay, well, I'm just chopping out some more microcline also, because I'm using this for my cabinets, and I want to make sure that things are good here. So, the agreement with the Hall of Merchants has been satisfied. That means the iron statuary that I dumped in there was to their liking. So, I want to check out what kind of statues do we have here. Foundation of Brightness Portals. Hey, Season 2! Ha! Love it. This is really, really cool when you're playing one world really long and all those little things pop up that are exactly your own doing, you know. Here's Vukar Purple Crafts. I really wonder if that person became the god. This thought doesn't doesn't leave my mind. So here we have a referral to a festival, but I think this is very fitting in the Craft Dwarfs workshop, guild hall. And Deep Diamond Board, Baron of the Towers of the Ages. I think that's pretty good. I like it. Alright, just export bans. I'm always relieved when they just don't want something to be removed from somewhere. You know, that's so easy to fulfill. It's completely different from these crazy demands like a brass door on the tomb. Seriously, I've never seen demands like that. I wondered if this was something due to an update of the game, or if it's just something that happens regularly. I just haven't seen it yet. I suspect the latter, because, you know, I'm a scrub when it comes down to this game. But what do I know? The other thing that I am doing this for is I wanted to prospect for gemstone here. That was totally a plan. I mean, the fire agates, they're not particularly valuable, but they're still gemstone, and my statue industry requires gemstone. End of the story. I want to have also something to trade with my friends to the mountain home, and as much money as you can earn with the sales of lavish meals, you cannot gift them as a present of monetary value. Game lets you cheat, but not that hard. So we're chucking out a large portion of this cavern. The longer we live somewhere, the deeper the caverns go. I don't know. Strip mining. It's because this game doesn't have any stability yet. I'm looking forward to the cave-in update. Where these things don't work anymore. Tell you what, since we're right now at this spot and things are slowing down a little bit, as in we don't have so terribly many things to do on our mind, I am laying down some flooring here, you know. This area of the fortress has been historically one of the nastiest, you know. Look at this. There's sand on the floor. Imagine you have to go to your bedroom and there's sand on the floor. If you're a dwarf and you like stones and rocks, like every proper dwarf should, sand is just very, very tiny stone. Wouldn't that be a insult to your dwarven? Whatever. Don't mind me. I'm just buzzing up random thoughts while I'm laying down flooring. So I just realized that I, for one, created a plaza where none was planned. These little L's here on these upside down L's, they were actually supposed to be rooms, but I just decided to do something else with that place. I love this tool so much. Now, after I've understood how it works completely, or, well, I'm picking up more and more parts of it, I should rather say. It's really lovely. So let's see, how is our upstairs work going forward? Ugh. No. Damn. It's taken forever. But that's also because it's literally a long walk to get here, you know? Almost every dwarf getting here, or many of them, you see? They're thirsty by the time that they reach the bridge. That's how long it is. It's long enough for a dwarf to get thirsty. Good thing that the bridge ain't longer, otherwise they die out of dehydration at some spot. Well, those were all low-value gemstones that we found there. And I got me shale, chalk, and microcline. So I do plan now a bit of a little decoration spree, let's call it like that. So how is this stockpile configured again? So it really does only take metal statues. Brilliant. So I can make stone statues as many as I want to. They won't accidentally eat my gemstone. You know, this is very important to me. I don't want the wrong things receiving really good items. So there's trash lying around. Oh, I hate the worn clothing thing. It's always a problem in fortresses that run longer. Okay, so we're going to put up 10 statues of chalk. Do I even store chalk somewhere? Or tell you what, limestone. Limestone is one of these materials that we hate to have anyway, so... I mean, technically that's not right, it's a flux stone after all, but... You know, this fortress is really blessed with many ways of making steel. Yet I haven't made a single bar of steel here. I should do, but I also feel like it's a cool thing to consider a fortress that's not going down the steel path because we're too good for that or something like that. I remind myself when this fortress crashes down burning. But jokes aside, steel is not a necessity. It's nice to have, but it's really not a necessity. It's an extremely valuable material. You can also pump up the value of your fortress a lot with that. But all these things out of mind, we're going to put the stone statues now on this stockpile. There we go. Okay. Gotta get some order into these things. It's still gonna be a bit of a long wait for stuff to be transported there, but whatever. I'm also gonna be issuing a chalk stockpile here. Just in case that I want to work with that stuff. Alright. Ah, it's so good. I love fortresses that are running on maximum population. They're so effective and so efficient. Everything gets done so fast. I love it. It's really one of the best things that I experience in Dwarf Fortress. I'm starting to keep an eye out on my ever-dwindling drink stockpile. I mean, in this biome here, we don't really have any bigger problems. Also, if anything should be an issue, I'll either forage on the surface or I'll buy something from my esteemed friends from the mountain home. So let's get started with statue. There we go. So now we're going to specify not only the image but also the stone because we can't afford it, you know. So I want to get rid of a bit of that limestone. Blue limestone. Why doesn't... I thought I had a lot of limestone. I'm confused. So... there is limestone lying around here. I knew it. What is happening here? That is extremely weird for that stone not to show up, but I don't care about that. Because I was looking anyways for... Chalk doesn't show up either. It's almost as if the materials here aren't being used. Weird. So... let's see if that's getting done. Oh well, these chalk statues, they will be something random. I'm really weirded out by that. I didn't expect that to happen. Let's continue here with the... where is it? I saw the granite here, with just a couple of granite statues. And here we're going to refer these to our locals. Tell you what, we're going to do this here as well. If they come out in any way. I would be surprised, in all honesty, if anything gets done there, because the game just somehow does think that these items exist. She wants a coffin. Okay. Let's make a fancy one. You know, while we're at it. They're called sarcophagus here, right? You know, I got a Magma workshop, so I don't need to be stingy with these, so... where are those 3 minecarts that I'm missing? Are they still in transit? Can't easily find out. I mean, there is a chance that these minecarts just don't exist anymore. And it does look as if they just vanished. We have a lot of construction jobs, obviously. So the minecart transportation should be popping up somewhere here, but it doesn't. Store item in stockpile. Stockpile 17. Now, is this stockpile 17? No, it's 38. So chances are there's not going to happen anything anymore here. So let's flip the switch. Come on. I want to. I love to. Let's send somebody down into the basement. I find this always one of the most exciting things in this game. To work with Magma. It's also a really nice way to pass time while you're waiting for something to get constructed. Unhappiness is reducing in the fortress. I mean, I'm also increasing the levels of bling on this place tremendously, so I'm quite happy that they appreciate. Yeah, it's quite a deep way down to the heart of the mountain. Coastline, whatever. Jeez, they're taking forever. I keep being shocked about the length of this trip down here, you know? Alright, there we go. Of course, the wheelbarrows are dying. So, the wheelbarrows were the actual culprits hiding the minecarts. They were all down here a while ago. I'll keep that one in mind. I don't know if I have to fill the entirety of the room or... well, I think I need to, because currently the minecarts are still visible, or is that bug now resolved? No, it doesn't contain anything. Yeah, now the first minecart turned invisible. The moment they are filled with magma, they turn invisible. What a funky sight to behold. Alright. But we're making sweet, sweet progress, my friends. So when the last one of these has disappeared, we can flick the switch one more time. And then we drain the whole thing. Not gonna lie, I am happy and proud of this little construction. It's spreading out the magma on such a wide territory that it has no chance but to evaporate. Jeez. It's a real nightmare how long it takes, so I'm gonna order the hatch here right away, because I'm pretty sure that by the time that somebody reaches that lever, this one has been flipped a while ago. Those levers, though, they remind me of the fact that I wanted to build a library. If you don't know why a lever and a library are closely linked together in my brain, you should start constructing libraries and start reading the Wikipedia. You're a sleeper, okay? I don't say more than that. So, let's drain that thing, and after that's all set up, we're going to have a new setup for fueling 10 more Magma workshops. Looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm really going to use all that, but I think it is well worth it to have that kind of material available, you know. Speaking about kind of material available, I think we have all the Gabbro available to complete this. My friends, this is, to me, a huge leap forward, you know. Oh boy. We done it. When I started building back here, I was like, oh, that's gonna be boring and be done in 2 or 3 episodes until this thing has been finished. Yeah. No. Oh boy. I underestimated this gargantuan task. But megastructures in Dwarf Fortress are fun. It's one of the most fun things that I've done in a while. So for whatever weird reason, the chalk is not getting accepted here, even though it's lying in a area. So, I mean, they should be accessible. You can make furniture out of flux stone as well. I don't get it. I really am at a loss why this turns out to be such an issue. So, yeah. It's just like the flux stones are not being listed here as something available. That should not be happening. I don't understand it. So let's try if I put it up here. Let's see. Does this menu have more materials? No. It's also taking out flux stone as materials that I can use. Yeah, that's a tad bit of an disappointment, but whatever, you know. Then we're going to use regular stone. I don't care. So we're gonna fill the bridge and the fortress with tons of little statues of the things that have happened here in the fortress. So, but this does mean another thing. I don't need this stockpile that huge, because I am way more interested now in stockpiles of non-economic stones then, you know. So I still have to figure out what I'm going to be doing with all that limestone, though, now that I can't even cut statues out of it, which is deeply distressing to me. But whatever. It is as it is. I won't change anything by moaning about it. So, shale. Let's use that stone. I want to use the stones that are available to me, because that's how in reality work things as well. You know, you work with what you got, generally. And especially things of luxury qualities, we either make them out of things that are abundant or especially rare, and because we want to create something special. But abundance also breeds art quite often. At least that's my thought process here. So we're going to make shale statues here as well, because obviously that's something the game does accept. and we're going to make wonderful statues of Koganaros. So, you guys again. Ready for another spanking, you filthy gobs? So, my army will love to meet you out here. Wow, do you see that? This is basically a forest by now. And those filthy elves want to talk about too many trees being felled. I mean, these gobs, they can basically hide behind the trees there. So, somebody tries to be smart. Thief tries to sneak past my defense lines. I kindly showed him the door. So, yeah, that's that. Let's remove the stationing orders. Very, very important. And, let's see. Is there a thief still on the map? Nope. Great. Good. Good job, boys. Good job. Alright. So, these jobs, they're getting us somewhere. Brilliant. Alright. You know, I want to get myself some legends and how to put it. This place needs some more epicness. Yes, that's what how I wanna put it. This place ain't epic enough. Dwarves love to reminisce in their history, or at least that's how I pictured this specific culture, and therefore they want to have as much as possible out of that. And here you see the progress. It's working out brilliantly. The room here is cooling down, and now we can start taking stuff from down here again. So as soon as possible, they'll be carrying things back up here again. So we need to delete that now, so the exchange is reversed. That should work. Okay. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, beautiful. Let's see. I'm a little bit confused at what this external interruption would be. Alright, never mind. Alright, we got it, my friends. We got it. It's a functioning blueprint of reaching the end of the map, okay? I am more than happy about that. More than happy. So, say, do we have that much of a commotion in the... Yes, we do. So, yeah, I know that this is not smart, what I'm doing here. You know, it would be smarter to set up an order butchering routine and whatnot, but right now I don't want to have to deal with all that, and we're just going to take out that and deal with this problem another day. Maybe just flood it with magma, who cares? Yeah. Exotic problems, you know. I just haven't taken care of this place well enough for too long. So we're going to create ourselves Legends of Koganaros here. Let's see what kind of stone do we have here available too. Slate. So as you see here, I'm just trying to get the materials used that I have available here. And this will be a really, really fun trip down the memory lane once it's done. So 30 statues to get started. I think that's a good one. And yeah, we're lowering the count of animals now in the fortress. So the brass door in tomb. Don't tell me that this is not fulfilled for you. I mean, I kind of like wonder, but I think it's just like the prohibition of things. It's done, so it should be okay. I've taken care of it, so they don't care, you know? Okay, so as soon as all that has dried up, we're finally going to be able to pump up the smelting capacity of this fortress, which will be a huge step forward for our economy, because currently I really am unhappy with the speed of the gold production here. We have so many gold nuggets, but we're not getting them smelted down into bars. Okay, so big progress. We've almost reached the border of the map. Next episode we surely will. I am excited about that, and I hope you guys will join me on the next trip there as well. So feel free to drop me your comments. I'd be delighted to hear from you, and leave a thumbs up or a subscription if you'd be so kind. I'd be more than happy about that. Big thanks to the supporters of the channel at this point. I really deeply appreciate you folks. Check out Patreon, PayPal, or Buy Me a Coffee if you want to find out more about that. What the hell is Wagonwood? See you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.